is that blob?
Yes, we're on here.
I got distracted by my laptop. Then I was like, wait, did she say we were on or not?
We're on. It's Lisa and Stephanie. Good morning to you.
But I think that this is so fun. And I want to just jump in here and start moving. So if you use Canva, right? You use Canva.
I do.
If you have a team on Canva, you can see them working.
So Lisa's just sitting back watching her workers work.
But I could go in like she's creating a banner and it has like a seal on it. I feel like taking the seal and putting them in the sky.
It is cute. Don't mess with her.
But I don't know if she knows I'm watching. If
It's
you're
the eye in the
listening,
sky.
I can see you.
It's been way too long.
I know. It feels like forever.
Good morning, Carol. She said, I hope your day is wonderfully happy as you are. I appreciate that.
Aww.
I hope so too.
Yeah, we could.
That's how I start the day off, full of happiness and hope. It's usually dashed by about lunchtime, but I do my very best.
No, we're all good.
So it's been a while since I got to talk to you. I've missed you.
I know. Has it been like,
It's been a month. Because you went away. How was your trip to California?
Awesome.
Tell me more. I'm jealous.
Awesome.
Was the weather
awesome.
well?
It was perfect. Yes. Absolutely perfect. It was 40 degrees the week before.
Right.
I literally said to my daughter, I don't need to be out here for 40 degrees. I have it at home.
How was the casita?
The casita was amazing.
Was it?
Oh, it was amazing. So we stayed in a pool house out in Agora Hills, which is kind of like the Malibu mountain area.
Mhm.
And
so that was your first experience with this new thing that you're doing online.
Home exchange. Yep.
So she does a home exchange.
Yep. And we went out there for a few nights and we hiked all over. We went to we went to Santa Barbara. We went, there was just so much to do from there. And so the funny thing is they've gotten rain.
Yeah.
So Escondido waterfalls are actually waterfalls now, which it hasn't been in like 20 years.
Oh, that's kind of cool though.
So we were hiking with these three older gentlemen who from California, they were beside themselves that there was water, and there had created in our world creeks, in their world rivers.
Oh,
in certain places on the walkway, like literally, my son said, and how many steps? I'm like 5, maybe 6 to get across. So people had put logs and they're doing the balancing thing. And
that's funny.
I looked at Abby, I go, take your shoes off.
You're right.
Rolled up our pants and walked across. And
we're
everybody
Cape Codders.
We don't need
that.
Like, oh, I guess we could do that. I'm like, yeah, before you fall in with your cell phone, balancing on that log. But anyways, it was very funny.
It is fun to watch when people aren't used to getting that amount of rain.
Yeah. And we were like, look at the rivers flowing off of this. I'm like, creeks, but stream, maybe.
Well, they had a lot of problems with that, like avalanches and whatnot, because.
So driving out there, oh my gosh, there would be a boulder the size of your studio, like table, and an orange cone. Like, watch out for that.
Gotcha.
And it's partially in the road. I'm like, and just everywhere you go, like there's just trucks trying to move the mud and the rocks, like back up on the hill. I'm like, this is not going to last very long.
Did you and Abby do anything fun? Did you go to any shows or?
I went to a couple of improv shows that were great. We went to oh my gosh, I just lost the name of it. All I can think of is Tramp Stamp Granny's, which is the bar. But no, very fun though. Karaoke night. We went to Beaches, the club down in West Hollywood.
Very cool.
Very cool. So they had a show.
You went to a drag brunch.
It was that's what the drag brunch. Sorry. I couldn't come up with I'm like brunch. What's the name of the brunch? Drag brunch. But anyways. And for fun, 2 of the performers were from one from Boston, one from Needham. So you got to like pick songs. And when we found that out, they're like, oh, you're from Boston? Boston. Needham. And I'm like, then we're playing Sweet Caroline. They're like, yes, we are.
Oh, that song.
Yeah, I know, right? But then there was a protest. So they went out in the middle of the road and they're like running around, like, because
what was the protest?
It was to I guess make drag illegal, which I
Oh,
guess
in California, they they
they were
okay.
protesting the fact that this is starting to happen.
They're
and I was like,
promoting.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
There was
I was like,
that.
because in LA, I don't think that there's any protest against any drag brunches. That's
No.
not LA.
I'm sorry. They were yes, they were supporting the
Yes,
protesters
okay.
in other areas. They're protesting the actual rule and law. And then yesterday, the writers' union went on strike.
So what does that mean? Our shows are going to be affected.
Yes, they are. So they've been threatening. They've been in negotiations for a couple months. My daughter's been waitressing because she's in this industry. And then yesterday they said, nope, we're striking. So it means nobody is going to produce because they're not going to, it's too much money. And if they don't have the
Mhm.
writers and they won't bring writers in, between AI and the 400 now streaming channels, it's impossible to pay. Writing is not, you
Valued.
can't make value and you're not making a living at it. And
Exactly.
the residuals there's no residuals anymore. So it's a big hot mess. So I feel bad for her because she's really wants to be in this, but I'm like, whew, okay.
Well, that's it. I was
quit your
reading
day job.
Yeah, I know. I was reading an article about the gig economy as far as writers are going right now, and that you're not getting compensated
No.
for what you should be compensated. And if you're not doing what they want you to do for the price that you're doing it at, then they can just get somebody else.
Absolutely.
Because that's just the way the industry is.
Or
There's
the
always somebody next.
Or they're going to have AI write it and expect you to edit it.
That's so disturbing. Did you see that the guy who invented the AI quit Google? He was like,
Really?
I've ruined society.
Oh,
He actually said he really did. He quit. He was like, I can't
Wow.
believe I did this. This is horrible. This is nothing. I've ruined everything. I've got to go and quit.
well, kudos to him. It is frightening.
He said, I've
I mean,
begun the
it's-
demise of society. You're not wrong, but I do
No,
like
you're not.
using those.
we are on a slippery slope for a whole bunch of things.
For sure. Good morning, Mari. Dawn says, not everyone. Everyone here is in drag. Yes. Yeah. Dawn was living out there in the mudslides and the misery of California.
It's scary when you see how much is actually falling off every day.
Mhm.
And I was like, Abby, can we drive towards the center of the road just so you have time to swerve if that comes down?
Well, speaking of falling off every day, you and I were looking at what just became a viability, everyone. You can submit your proposal to lease a beach shack, one of the dune shacks on the Cape. I think there
for
are
10 years.
Yeah, for 10 years. There are
Yep.
8 available. And the leases are $2,000 to $16,000. But then we were reading the fine lines
This is
of
the
all
best
of this.
part. Yeah.
You're responsible for all of the maintenance, upkeep, fixing. That is all your problem.
And repair, like they're not even ready to move in.
Mm-mm.
So, and one has an outhouse.
I saw
but I'm
one
like,
that
what,
had an outhouse.
What do the other ones have?
You
You got to build an outhouse.
don't know.
You got to get that
you know-
composting toilet going.
you think it's like romantic, and you're thinking I'll write.
I'm going to
and
be a
I'll-
writer, which I don't recommend because you're not going to make any money.
They're on strike.
They're on strike, and even Amazon will take their cut, and you'll get 30 cents. So.
Good morning, Dave, and good morning, Marie. Yeah, so the Dune Shacks are up for lease. It's a 10-year lease, so it's a good amount of time. And
We should do it together.
I would do it. I really would.
I would do it just for the fun of it because
Right.
one of them is only $2,000 a year.
And to document the whole process of you and I trying
Women-
to put in a roof.
Women Travel Better in Pairs does construction. The Home Improvement Edition.
Could you see? I don't know if we'd
I
be
can
friends
see it.
still.
Oh, I can see it. I can totally see
We'd
it.
laugh our asses off.
Do you
for
remember when we
sure.
went on Arts Dunes tours
We
out there,
did,
which
yeah.
was fantastic, and you were in a boot?
Yeah, I was at a boot. My boot was full of sand. I don't
Like
think they called
falling
us
down
back.
the dunes. I'm like holding you up, take a picture. Poor Art is like, are you ladies
My
okay?
plantar fasciitis
I'm
was
like-
bad.
I just got over mine. That is a nasty little thing.
So bad.
It was awful. Like
It's
8 months
terrible.
it took me to get.
Yeah.
I did physical therapy.
Yep.
I did. Don't even tell me. I did the boot. I did this. I did
I
this.
know.
It would not go away.
I call my podiatrist crying. I was like,
I would get
can't
out
do
of the
it.
car like at Stop and Shop. The first 6 steps, I'm like,
He actually sent me phone numbers of other people that are living with this so that we could like start like a little support group because we were all in pain. We're all very active and we don't have time for this.
no,
Like all of us were like, we
No.
don't have time for
I'm
this.
better now. The moment it twinges, though, I'm like, oh, all right, stretch your calf. Stop doing what you're doing.
You know, when you have your podiatrist on speed dial, you've got problems. No, I'm
That sounds
thankfully
very
never
old.
going to go through that ever again. Good morning, Candy. Thank you so much. Oh, you did the census there. And good morning, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. And I'll take a look at your message. I will take a look at it. Thank you so much. We have so much going on here in the studio. I never know where to look and who's chiming in with what's happening, and I've got to take a look. So
And
I've
then-
got private messages
There
being
you go.
sent. So
And then don't take a bathroom break because she'll lock you in the bathroom.
So Lisa, talk to everybody about your morning. First off, I was down here doing one of our podcasts. She was late, by the way. I was here waiting for her.
Her, not me. I'm never late.
My other
Just so you know.
podcast, the First Shot Morning Show. So I'm sitting there, and Lisa comes in. You know, I knew it was going to happen because I told you when to be here, and I even gave myself a 15-minute buffer, which she totally blew to smithereens. So thanks, Tori. You'll pay for that later. So poor Lisa
Sorry,
comes
Tori.
bouncing in here like her happy little lab self, and all of a sudden she's like right in the background of our.
Ooh.
I was
Oh,
like,
you're
everybody
filming.
say hi to Lisa. And then she's like, okay. So she waves hello and then removes herself and goes upstairs to the bathroom. And I'm wondering, is she okay? I'll just refresh my coffee. And then I hear hello coming from my bathroom.
Meanwhile, I've texted you 16 times. Cliff is working in the kitchen. I'm knocking. The door handle is completely stuck. It won't turn either way. It's not locked. I'm claustrophobic. So I'm like having a moment going, okay. I look around, I'm like, okay, there's a window. It's a relatively big bathroom. So I was like, just breathe. You'll be fine. Like rattling the door. I'm texting you, help, get me out of here.
I had a client yesterday that got locked in the bathroom as
even
well.
funnier.
So no,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's like the swell of the season.
I don't know.
You know how wood changes? I've got one warpy board. It usually doesn't happen until August where I see my floor in my kitchen lifting a little.
Oh, yeah.
But that door definitely sticks. And I felt so bad. And that poor woman, she doesn't know me. And I heard knocking and I'm like, Cody, like they had a half day this week. The poor thing's
Oh
locked in my bathroom.
gosh.
So the second victim of my bathroom apparently.
I'm like
we need
talking
get
to
that
Cliff.
fixed.
And he's not even there. I'm like, hello, let me out of here. Texting you, help.
So how have you started your morning? Have you been locked in a bathroom? Lisa can answer yes to that.
I can. I also had one of my universe moments this morning. I don't know if you've ever, if you think like this, it's kind of weird. So I leave my house driving here,
Yeah.
turn left. 90% of the time when I leave my neighborhood, I turn left
Okay.
because it's where I work. I was going to your studio.
Yep.
I turned right and I'm driving and I look around. I'm like, what am I doing? Where
This
am I
looks
going?
weird.
But do you ever feel like this might be weird? I might not. I probably shouldn't even admit
No.
to this. You feel like whatever you believe in, but we'll call it the universe, makes adjustments.
Absolutely.
And so I felt like it was one of those adjustments because even though I could have turned around and kept going, I went up to the lights and did the long loop, which took an extra 5-10 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just have those weird feelings. For example, the first time it ever happened to me, I did 128 to Boston College. And I was coming up 128 to get off Route 9, which is up a hill, then down, and then immediately off. So everybody moves to the breakdown lane.
Yep.
For whatever reason, I did it every morning because I worked there. I moved back in. Something told me to move back into the lane, not the breakdown lane.
Yep.
When I came over the hill, broken down car. I would have hit it at like 60 miles an hour. Would have been
Yeah.
no time to apply brakes, no time. I have no reason other
I
than
like that.
the
I've never
powers that be said, not today.
I've never heard of it phrased in that fashion, the universe making adjustments, but I definitely believe in it.
I feel like it might have been my number and then they changed my number
Yeah.
or something else needed to happen. So I needed to, or I was going to kill the person in the car because
Yeah,
it could
you
have.
just never know. Good
We all
morning, Eva.
had- We all had an adjustment.
I know. I've got my little baby Buddha over here. Sits beside me. Thank you very much, Lindsay, for giving him to me. And I feel like he gives me a little light, little levity, little something. He was on the floor this morning. So I looked over, but then there was a piece of paper that I needed from I can't
see,
I was
it's
like, the Buddha told
universe,
me.
right? I'm telling you, if you pay attention, and I'm not one of those, foofy woo people.
No, but I mean,
But
you
it-
could take a small moment to just realize the world around you. That would be great.
Yeah, no, I'm like, take a breath. You're not late. Go the long way.
Kind of like the traffic around here. You probably had to go the long way. Somebody was telling you that road was probably closed.
Thankfully, my direction was fine, but you poor people going 151 towards Mashpee Commons.
I don't even
2
know.
miles.
I don't even know
Stopped.
anymore.
I have to find a new way to get to work when I leave here.
was-
I'm like, I'm not going that way.
It was so funny because yesterday I was driving my daughter. She had an appointment and we were running late. And I'm like, oh wow, we have a new road. They put in a new road. And I said, wow, they didn't even stop us all the way to the school. And then right before the school, the cop had stopped it. And Lily just looked over and she goes, you spoke too soon.
Jinx.
Shit. I had to go all the way friggin' back and all the way around just to get to the freaking school. I've had enough.
It was cute to see her this morning. She's so grown up.
She is on the edge of 17.
I
I've been
wonder-
listening to the Stevie Nicks for the last, I don't even know how long. It's her theme song, apparently. We're a week and a half away from her 17th birthday. And that's all I've been
Oh.
hearing. Just like the white-winged dove.
What's
This
that-
one
what's those
upstairs.
lyrics?
Stevie Nicks.
I know Stevie Nicks. What are the lyrics?
Just like the white-winged dove.
Oh, that's not what I thought they were.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're
Now I
probably
want to look it up.
1,000% right, but I think it's one of those songs I just make it up.
Oh, absolutely.
the
The wild winged thing.
right? Something.
Now I have to look up the lyrics.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm saying. Well, I just assumed you're right.
I don't assume anything because I could be singing them
Musically,
just like the white winged dove. Okay, sweet.
Whew, okay. Well, hey, now I know what to sing.
Right?
But
But
than what I add to it.
this is a common thing with misheard lyrics, and I love them. Sometimes I'll hear them singing the most random of stuff. I was like, that's not what the words are. Is that what the words are? I always second guess and I always look it up because I'm always wrong.
Listening to Lemonadio on the way over today. I am really trying to be open to new music, and I'm a musical mutant, so it doesn't really matter.
I love that a musical mutant. Good morning, Mary, Lindsay, and Tracy. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm listening to this song, and I swear they said not grape jelly, not peanut butter, Vaseline on my toast. I was like, wait, is she saying or he saying Vaseline?
Flaming Lips. Yes, that was the name of the
I'm
song.
over.
It's
I was like,
Vaseline.
yeah, I'm sorry. Like if that is a song you wrote when you were high and then you thought it was good to produce it because then you put Vaseline on the toast instead of grape jelly. Like,
There's actually a TikToker that did that. I saw it on TikTok. I know it's not real, and it's this woman that magnifies her foreignness.
oh, okay. Okay.
So she wanted peanut butter and jelly, but she used like lube instead of actual whatever. And I laughed. I had tears of laughter. Then I realized that was just the persona that she was amplifying.
Oh.
So it really wasn't her. It's a character she's made, mocking her mom and her family roots and whatnot. But it made me laugh. So
I get sucked into things that go nowhere. Nowhere. Like, or even like, you're watching a rest and then it just
that's the problem when they started adding reels into Facebook and also all the other
Yeah.
social media. So half an hour, 40 minutes will go by, and I'm like, where am I? What happened?
or they cut off at the wrong time. I'm like, what
Where's
where'd
the
it go?
rest?
what happens? I was
I-
watching the puppy. Now
I am so easily distracted. It really doesn't
all
take much
are.
this day and age to get me on another plane. I'm like, wait, what
Squirrel.
happened?
squirrel.
Why am I now? Where did that hour go? Seriously, though.
I can't turn left when right at the same time.
Well, we
I
still jury's out on why you
all right,
did
jury's
that.
out on that
so.
one. But still, it's a little like, why am I here? I was probably listening to the Vaseline song, got distracted. Because it doesn't take much.
Well, Lisa is not the bastion of celebrity anything but you do like movies. Our question today is big movies you've never seen. And people have been coming out with all the Star Wars ones, Titanic, like the big movies. What are big movies you've never seen? For me, I haven't seen anything new. So I haven't seen the new Avatar. I haven't seen the new
haven't either.
Mario that just crossed the $1 billion mark the other day.
I didn't know there was a Mario movie. When I saw your post, I'm like, Mario.
I'm
is
not
that?
clamoring to go see it either.
No.
And I know it's a generational thing. And I know that started when I was a child. And will I eventually watch it? Probably. But
So for me now, like going to the movies means like, how comfortable is your place to go? Do you serve food and alcohol? Because I want it to be because invariably the movie's probably going to stink. But Well, it's like we can go through 14 movies in one night and go, oh, this is bad. Next. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you just unloaded all this money. You're going to sit there for 2 hours just to watch it.
Yeah.
But if I'm entertained and I'm coming, I got like recliner seats and I can order a snack, I'm happy.
Yeah,
you
that's true. Nat said he went down the real rabbit hole this morning. It sucked in. You don't even know what you're watching anymore and why you're here and why you're doing it. I don't know. What's going on at the museum?
A little bit of everything. We're closed Monday and Tuesday. We're always closed Monday at this time of year. We're also closed Tuesday because we're spring cleaning, we're painting, getting everything ready for
Every
the summer.
time I drive by, it looks like a different place.
Thank you.
It looks great.
Yeah,
though.
we have a new muralist that works there. She's amazing. Like she can paint actual.
The colors
stuff.
are changing. It looks less like a weird warehouse in the middle of the woods.
Abandoned warehouse. Yeah,
I wasn't gonna say it. But.
No, I can say it. Please. Actually, this woman came in yesterday. Her children are older now, and I looked at her, and this was pre-COVID. And I looked at her again. I go, "You're the puddle lady." And she looked at me, she goes, "Yes." So from my window up above, this woman one day, pouring rain, she had twins, boy-girl twins in their little ducky boots and whatever. And she just they weren't even dressed for it because it was sneakers, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of mom who just said, go for it. And we have so many potholes at that time that there were giant puddles everywhere. And the kids are just playing and jumping and splashing and everything.
Never knowing that a pothole could be that much fun.
Right? I'm like, that's a cool mom. And so it was the same mom. And that's what I call her, Puddle Mom. She's like, that's me.
Oh.
Because I yelled down, I'm like, I'm so taking pictures of you because it's the sweetest thing ever. Because I would have been that mom who's like, yeah, I'm like, your new shoes, don't get your new shoes all wet. That would have been me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, me now, me as a grandmother, watch out. I'll be fine.
And that's why you won't get grandkids.
Exactly. I know.
I had this conversation with my aunt the other day. It's really funny. I love little people, and I was always really hoping. I'm from such a big family. My mom has 8 brothers and sisters. My dad's got many. And it's just, I've got 36 cousins on one side, 42 on the other. There's tons of us. And I love being around people so much. But my siblings are never going to have children. And it makes me so sad.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been the best freaking aunt ever. And it's just not going to happen. Like my Aunt Gail would have been the best grandmother ever. And I don't think her kids are on the track to have children.
Other kids. Yeah.
Well, that's basically what we do.
I had an 8-year-old from
them all in
the Netherlands. She was awesome. And she was 8.
Yeah.
Perfect age.
Yeah. I loved. Well, that's it. Talk about that experience. Because you went to someone else's house in the house exchange.
I did.
And now you've had people come to you at the house exchange.
I do.
And you were playing board games. I love this.
My boys were playing. So we did an American cookout for them because they're from the Netherlands. And I said, would you like us to do hamburgers and hot dogs, like what we would normally do for barbecue? And they're like, oh, that would be lovely. I'm like, okay, then. So while you go, they went to Martha's Vineyard. They went to Provincetown. So when you have tourists in the house, you realize that you do nothing.
Right.
Nothing. They did more in a day that I was like, oh, wow. Like you're still going after a full day on the vineyard?
That's us too when we're on an adventure.
It is, but it is funny to have it there. But then they, so where was I going with
so
this?
you staged the American cookout, which I think is hysterical. Hamburgers
My boys
and hot dogs.
came down, and the little girl is the only one that does not speak a lot of English, but she taught me a Dutch. And she was like, bravo hund, Charlie, bravo hund. She loved the dog. And that's good boy, Charlie.
Aww.
And then he was peeking his head out of the curtains because out of our house. And I was like, I didn't forget now, but I wrote bad dog, Charlie. I could hear her laughing on the other side of the house. But anyways, they were playing Uno. I mean, it was just fun. It's so fun to talk to people. And she goes to sit at my kitchen table and she said, where are your placemats? And I said, don't have any. And she said, we can put the dishes on the table. I'm like, yes. But it's just different. They put everything
cultural difference.
Yeah, they put everything on placemats. And I was like, oh, yeah. Please don't worry about our kitchen table. I said, if you look closely, Sam carved his name in it when he was 10 over here. She started laughing. I'm like, but yeah.
I have a similar situation up there. I made him sand it. So now there's one spot that you can just see that is clearly a divot from when he dug it out. And I made him sand it straight. And then we repainted, but it's a total different color.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're worried about placemats. Well, us destructive Americans, we just slam things around.
Put it right on there.
We're
There's
aggressive.
Plenty of varnish on this thing. But they were amazed at how much property we have, how much space between our houses. That's what really blew them away because they are right on top of each other. They describe their backyard as the size of your studio.
Yeah, I had that situation with our Turkish girls as well. They're not used to it. They were like, oh, this is luxurious where you live because you have so much space. And I'm like, really? But it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why we came to this country, right? more land. RTB Wendy, good morning. So Lisa was having a universal game of Uno
It's really funny.
with her Dutch friends, but that's one thing that's no language barrier.
Nope.
That's a game that everybody
slap
can
down
play.
the colors. Yeah, we played Jenga, we played Uno. It was really fun. Just good old fashioned like fun, and then it was very engaging to talk to them. So that's the difference with this home exchange that I belong to, is it's about getting to know people versus what great. But some of them have great houses too. Like that casita in California was just outstanding.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Her decoration, I mean, everything. I wish I could show you, but I was like, whoa.
Well, I'm looking forward to more of your adventures. At least watch it. Do you have anything planned?
Well, we have 4 more groups coming this summer.
Wow.
Yeah. And then one of them, the only one I have planned is, and you'll have to help me. You'll have to come. I have an apartment. I guess it's an apartment in Manhattan, right off Central Park.
Well, that is not a problem. I will help you with that.
She wanted to swap in July, and I was like, I don't want to go to New York City in July.
Yeah.
No. She's like, how about, I also have 1 week at the end of September. I said, sign me up.
Absolutely. I'm in.
Yeah.
We'll be in New York in 2 weeks for Lil's big birthday celebration. We're going to an opera.
An opera?
That's what she wanted. She wanted to go to an opera. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down. I like enjoying the adventures that she's chosen for us.
No, that's great for her. I was like, I do want to see some Broadway while
I'll probably fall asleep, but whatever.
That would be
it'll be an experience. Well, my husband, by the way, Lily just wrapped up her play over the weekend. And her final performance, my mother-in-law came, my father-in-law came, my dad came, Hank and Mari came. Yay. And so, Lily had all of her people there. And my husband cannot stay awake for anything if it's dimmed lights and he's not actively using his eyes for reading something.
Yep.
To the point where I look over and my mother-in-law is like, I'm laughing. Then I look over at my dad. Is he sleeping? Yes, he is. Yep. He isn't sleeping.
Is he snoring?
Then I hear chuckles from behind me. I look and Mari's like, he's sleeping. I'm like, yes, we know. Nappy Cliff. The man doesn't miss a moment to fall asleep. If there is dim lighting to be had, he will sleep.
Yep.
Which is why we don't go to the movies anymore, because he sleeps.
Yeah, I know. I even slept through Phantom of the Opera.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like Phantom.
And I was young. So it wasn't even anyways.
You were just bored. Yeah, you're more of a physical.
Yeah,
I need to get out there and adventure,
or a more stimulating show. Than,
yeah.
I don't know.
Lisa needs bells and whistles, or else she's not having it. And there are lots more bells and whistles coming to the Children's Museum. So you've got a big announcement coming up.
We do. It's coming soon. So we have partnered with Woods Hole Oceanographic to build this incredible water exhibit, and we're finally. Takes a while, making announcements this month, and there'll be press releases, but it is so cool. They're bringing their science to our museum.
It needs to happen.
Phenomenal. We have audio visual stuff. You can push a button and watch, whale breach, and we're going to have a water table that's coming. So, and then the programming that they've put together, because I don't have anything to do with it, but the staff have put together this programming for the summer that's amazing. So my biggest recommendation is get a membership, because it will pay you over and over and over again. Like if you pay admission and you want to come back to all these different activities we're going to have. We have different themes every day. So stay tuned and come when the sun's out. You're from Cape Cod, pretty much, who's listening to us, right?
Yeah.
If you live on Cape Cod, come during the sunny days, not the rainy days.
Yeah, there's only so many beach days you can have anyway.
Exactly. But
I'm kidding.
But when it's raining, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not enjoyable sometimes. But
yeah.
So we're excited. May is like get ready for summer month for us.
I'm ready for the season. I really am. It needs to change. And I sat yesterday in my front yard walking the dog. She's this big. So our
Where'd
walks
you walk her? Down the driveway?
Right around the house. We did like 2 laps around the house. I go outside the fence. I go around to the pond.
I think this coffee cup is bigger.
Yeah. She's not getting any bigger. And now she's like crotchety and old, and she's got like the filmy eyes, and she just smells. And
Aww.
Poor Bella. She's not living her best life right now. So I'm out there, and the sun came out in the afternoon, and I just sat there with my face in the sun just for like a solid 5 minutes doing nothing other than just enjoying the warmth on my face, because I just needed it.
It's a warm sun. It looks like next week is going to be the turn.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely need a change of pace around here, because I feel like we're all just kind of in that spring rut.
Yeah.
And there's just so many things that have been happening around here. There's no dull moments, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, we
but
could be done with this traffic. I know everyone's
That
talking about. I'm
needs
like,
to go.
Okay.
throughout the Cape, though, it's from like Bridge all the way to Provincetown.
Right.
My husband's had to go to Provincetown twice this week. It is like, I'm like, you're still not there yet. I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
Yeah. It's enough already.
It's not
We've
enjoyable also when
no.
all of the people get here too and start clogging up the roadways, but it's pretty much the same.
And they're coming sooner because nobody had any snow days. So everybody's getting out mid-June, even if you're in public school. And of course, we're starting to see, by June 1st, all the private schools will be out. And people will be here. So
well, we got to
they're
talk about
coming.
what on Nantucket struck a note of, I don't know, an air of what you think on Nantucket. Move to Cape Cod bumper sticker riles affordable housing proponents on Nantucket.
Did someone send it to the affordable housing?
No, they
complex?
they posted it and then they also shared it on the affordable housing building or what
That's bad.
not classy, not cool.
No.
And I do want to talk about the housing issue here on the Cape because we do have a huge problem. I'm having 4 J1 students stay with us this summer.
You have 4?
We're having 4 this year. Yeah.
Wow.
The last week of May, 1 rolls in. Then I've got 2 the first week of June, and then the 4th one the second week of June. And they're all from the same region, so they know of each other, but I don't know if they're going to be able to Kazakhstan.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I know. Go ahead, get with the Borat jokes, get them all out before they get here. The poor girls. But we complain about not having restaurant workers, not having people to do these jobs.
Yep.
Yet no one seemingly wants to do the jobs. We bring in the people to do the jobs, but we don't have anywhere to house them.
Right.
This is the problem. So when you're pointing your heirs at, you move to Cape Cod because Nantucket's full. Who's serving these people on Nantucket? Where are they living? Are they boating over every single day? Are they flying over every day?
Oh, can you imagine? No.
Are right now what they have to do is you're finding restaurants and businesses buying extra houses to store their workers in. To store
houses,
them.
RVs, everything.
Yeah, any which way you can find a place to house somebody.
Yeah. It's a crazy situation we have to do something about. And I know there's no simple answer to it, but that's obnoxious.
I know. And
that's
our seasonal, I am looking forward to the seasonal stuff being open. We don't know how many more years we're going to have some fun on Marconi Beach or anywhere out there, the Colmer, and
I know.
before it falls into the ocean, and now they're taking the booze away and everyone's all up in arms about that.
Wait, what booze?
You're not allowed to drink. I never knew you could drink on that beach anyway.
Marconi Beach?
No, where the beach that's below the Colmer.
Oh, yeah.
Now they've taken the booze away.
Well,
I didn't know you
can't
could
drink in public. You can't drink on any beach.
Apparently there was drinking there. Yeah, right? People are going to find a way to do what they want to do anyway. I know.
Like, what? How hard is that? And don't be an idiot.
Don't be blatant about
it.
Nobody's minding your business. No one cares about you.
You
Mind
can't
your
drink
business.
on Sandy Neck either.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
no one's ever drank on Sandy Neck.
Never. No. You wouldn't go out there and have a cocktail
Absolutely
and enjoy a sunset. Why would you do that in a fire? You should have a fire and just have Kool-Aid with it. But like, oh my gosh, we were out there not last year, year before, doing our thing.
Yeah, you're the RV lady now.
Oh, I have to go pass my test, but that's hold on. The group next to us, bottles of wine, cooler open, loud,
Idiots.
rowdy, and they got it taken away.
Of course they did.
And I'm like, I was like, you're a bunch of morons.
Stop
That's
flaunting.
why.
Stop being blatant about it.
Exactly. You have the bottles out and the cooler open. Like you're being ridiculous. Anyways, yes. So I love the woman. I should got to get her name that works at the guard station, the shack thing there. She comes across really stern, and then when you talk to her, she's super nice. Because last year I had to learn how to take the pilot out there, so that was fine. But now we have an RV, and I drove back with my pilot because she was so nice to me. And I'm like, okay, so I bought this RV that I know has spent time on Sandy Neck. So I know it's actually possible
I know it can get there.
to get there. In fact, someone working at my house goes, hey, was your RV on Sandy Neck? Like he knew the RV because it's really, she's 25 years old. But anyways, so apparently I have to apply, got to get all the stuff I need. she's going to fail me of my application. Then I have to go down there and they make you do a test. I have to drive the camper out, turn around, go down, turn around, park, do the tire and come back. And
How
I
do you
looked at,
practice for that?
well, that's what I said. I go, how do I know? And she's like, we're going to walk you through it step by step, honey. And I was like, all right, then. I'm
Because
in.
at least you know the right way how to do it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can fake your way through some certain situations
This is not
on
what
any given
yeah.
day. But I would actually, just for my own confidence factor, like to know the proper way and how to deal with this so that I'm not the jerk out there
So
causing
I've
problems.
been studying and I've learned it's all about momentum. Like, don't come to a stop because you're probably not
Right,
starting
because you'll
again.
sink in.
And guess what I got last week installed?
What?
A backup camera.
Look at her. New
I
lease on life.
because I hit my own fence the first 10 minutes I owned the camper and took it out. Because I'm sorry, those Giants, it's a Class C, if you know what I mean, truck, big 30-foot camper. Those mirrors are ridiculous. Like I got
Yeah.
confused, whatever. But now I did manage back, my driveway. It's long, it's got a couple curves, and we park it in the backyard.
Yep.
So it's a hassle. I did it the first time by myself. 4 times I had to get out and check. Put in the backup camera. I didn't get out at all. Not once.
Look at her.
Yep.
Look at how proud she is.
Took me 45 minutes, but I
Mama Bear. Hey, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
like,
We didn't ask about time. Not a
Let's
race.
adjust.
It's not a race.
It's not when you're moving that thing.
No, I'm driving in a race this weekend, and it's not a race for speed. It is
this
ruck for
Heroes?
hit. Yes, this is Heroes in Transition
Oh,
weekend.
Didn't know it was this weekend.
We leave Thursday at midnight. Race
which
wraps
one are you
up
driving?
on Saturday. I'm driving for Team Hazard.
When are you driving? All of it?
All of it.
The whole weekend?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're a good person.
Oh yeah. We don't get to leave.
Oh, I thought you.
There are no breaks.
See ya.
You don't get out.
I thought there were shifts or something.
No, they're not shifts. There are 2 drivers. One's on, one's resting or taking notes and counting the legs. Everybody's got legs to run, how fast they ran it. There's Google Docs. There's stuff to do.
Wow.
They smell. It's going to be a lot.
What do they? Is it a van? Do people hop in
a
it?
van.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh, wow.
there are different levels of van. I don't know what kind of van we're going to get this year. Last year, our van was just not conducive for our team.
I should bring my camper. Could take a full-on nap in the back.
Please find us somewhere in there.
I could drive.
We should have gotten you. I should have tapped you earlier for this.
I didn't even think of this.
Yep. So this goes
Because it can drive
continuously.
faster than a runner runs. I
Yeah.
will say that.
There's
I
that.
can do that.
Towards the end of the race, we're not running fast. So our first obstacle, our first challenge, we have to run to the top of the memorial in Provincetown. Even
Oh.
the drivers.
Oh.
I died last year and I was in way better shape than I am this year. So it's not going to be cute.
You
Then
can walk.
In
you
the
don't have
middle
to
of the
run.
night, it's Chatham Lighthouse where we have to carry around a dummy around the lighthouse. And then at the end, it's the Sandwich Boardwalk where we have to do this like weird, as a team, walk on skis together.
You know,
I fell last year.
I was going to say the part of the boardwalk is missing, just so you know.
I fell last year.
Because there's a plank in my porch.
We did it in the parking lot, but it's like one long
Oh.
timber thing that we use as skis and move together with this rope on it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a wonderful race. It raised
Yeah.
almost $250,000 last
That's
year for
awesome.
Heroes in Transition. So it really is
Great group.
amazing. I talked to Nicole Spencer last night. She's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "I'm never ready." I saw a couple of other actual runners, and she's like, "Every year I say no, and every year I'm here, and I'm doing it this year." And she's like, "I'm going to continue doing it as long as I can." And I'm like, "All right, good. I love
Good for
that."
them. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So it's going to be a long weekend, but I do want to make mention that as you're seeing these runners, please get out of their way.
Yeah.
Please pay attention when you're seeing them. Get out of their way. Please no texting and driving. Please watch out. I saw a huge accident just yesterday. Someone driving into the brambles, trying to speed as they were rerouted through traffic, didn't know where they were. Just take an extra minute. I know you need to get places. I know we're all frustrated right now with the construction, but
And
please.
you know what? Flash your lights for the runners. Don't beep at them. It
Yeah.
startles them.
Yes.
It's not fun to be beeped at,
No.
even though you're trying to be friendly.
I
Like,
know.
boop, boop, boop. Thank you. Thanks for coming up behind me with that when I'm
Right?
in the zone. Not
Yep,
that I'm ever in the zone
exactly.
anymore, but I used to be.
So yeah, from Falmouth to Provincetown and back, you're gonna have people all over the roads.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Oh,
So
yay.
It is going to be a very well. And also, it's Cinco de Mayo. It's Derby. People are going to be out there doing a lot of road driving. So pay attention. That's the only thing that I ask of you. I'm going to be out
Awesome.
tonight. Tom Mattio's Music Bingo, 6 until 8. If you need a little hump day pick me up, come on out and see me. I would love to hang out with you. I need a dose of fun. I've been gathering all of the energy from all of the people going to my trivias and music bingos
Nice.
because I definitely needed it this week. I've been in the dumps, sad, a lot of family drama, and I'm definitely enjoying being out
Awesome.
and seeing people get excited for spring.
I got to get Kevin to trivia. He's like a ringer.
Well, our trivia is fun too, and
Is
it's you don't have
Is there
have to
things
be-
I could answer?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Remember when Trivial Pursuit came out? I just rolled the dice.
But
Like,
yeah.
all right, everybody else answer.
Well, yesterday I had Monday was May Day.
Oh yeah,
So I said Mayday SOS. I said I made a round about
like
the
me
help.
in your bathroom.
Help.
I did say that.
So it was about TV helpers. So it had to do with either a maid, a butler, or whoever. So I gave you the
Oh.
TV show Brady Bunch. And
Alice.
there you go. So like
Hey!
these are the fun. These are the
I
trivia
could
things
get
that I do. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I will play this.
you don't have to be a brainiac
Yeah.
on every single round. Every single round is different, and we don't stack up the points. So there's truly a new
There is
winner every
one
single
Trivial
round.
Pursuit card where the answer is Hostess Cupcake, and I think that is the only one I've ever gotten in my entire life.
The
And
game
I
is
still remember
hard.
it. It is. And I'm like, it's a Hostess Cupcake.
And
I win.
we've got some fun tiebreakers too, some like physical
Oh, it sounds-
challenge.
Oh,
They're fun. Anything from we got this thing where you blow up a basketball hoop and you catch balls with it. So to see
Oh,
two
fun.
grown ass adults trying to catch balls on their heads with baskets, it's just we
beautiful
make
thing.
it fun. It really is. So definitely come out and enjoy one of our shows because you never know what the hell you're gonna see.
awesome.
It's
Yay.
always a sideshow.
And tonight's Tomatillos.
Yes.
Wednesdays. Got it.
All right. Anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I think I have to go to work.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately, I
We
got
both
to
have
figure
do
out
the real job of the
how
day.
to get to work. I'm gonna like, I'm gonna be like one of those dogs that does sheep. I'm gonna get up and walk across the cars. Like, I can't go down your road. I won't be there until next week.
Sorry, we tried.
We tried. I gotta go via Falmouth to get to the Children's Museum, but it's okay.
Right. Well, we will talk to you soon. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to have a live show, but you can always listen to us, lemonadio.com. Make sure you find us on YouTube. Make sure, I think we're on all of the social medias. Like us, follow us, go to a show nearby, go visit the Children's Museum and get yourself a membership. Have a great day.